I think, therefore I am Nick Shell. And I am here today to accept a new role as the cult leader of the Brotherhood of the Hair Loss. This comment came in this week. It was on a video I made called "My Temples Began Receding at Age 14, but I'm Still Not Bald." Our good friend Vince Nicholas, and his last name is the same as my first name, even spelled the same way. Simple comment, but so much truth. Here it is. Quote, "This Nick Shell will be our leader during the zombie apocalypse." End quote. There's the comment. Let's process that though. This Nick Shell will be our leader during the zombie apocalypse. I think there's a lot of truth in that, and let's put that in perspective. So we all know that both nationwide and worldwide, I am known as the cult leader of the Brotherhood of the Hair Loss. But to really put this in perspective, to think about a zombie apocalypse. And no, it's not that I've been watching too many zombie movies or Walking Dead or anything like that. But I think symbolically, there's a lot of truth here. Let's pan the camera back for a moment. What was that? It's like late at night. I don't know exactly what's going to happen in this video. But let's think about this in terms of a zombie apocalypse. Because what we know now, we're pushing 6,000 subscribers. We know that only about 10% of the views on my videos even come from subscribers. That means most people are closet fans of my videos because no one wants to be that open and honest that they're worried about hair loss. And what you see here though is you see a lot of people who hear my message and I say, come along, let's go this way. Let's accept hair loss as what it is, completely natural and normal for most men at some point in their life. Many of us on the early side of age 35. But we learn to move on with our lives. And we don't let this thing dictate us. And by the way, I want to remind everyone, if I'm here to say that hair loss doesn't define us, and I want to slip this in as a reminder, what makes a person cool? This is a video that you can Google. Real Men, Real Style, that's the website. What makes a guy cool? The meaning of being cool. You'll see that there's 11 things they list. Forget about hair. The real world, your actual society around you, instead of hair, here's what they're judging you on. Are you friendly? Are you competent? Are you trendy? Are you desirable? Are you attractive? Are you unconventional? Are you pro-social, which means helps others? Are you humorous? Are you confident? Are you emotionally controlled? And are you hedonistic, which means self-indulgent? And I think that most of us could agree, as I've read all these, like, Nick, you just described yourself. Exactly. That's how I'm able to be the cult leader of the Brotherhood of the Hair Loss. Those are the things we're actually judged on, not hair loss. But imagine, out of nearly 6,000 people, we are of that mind. That is my message. That's my main message I'm sending, right? I'm not telling you you should try to save your hair. I say that's a lost cause. I say that way of thinking is dead to me. And now you see where I'm going with this. It's as if, even among us in the Brotherhood of the Hair Loss, it's as if, for myself and those close near me who follow what I'm doing here, they see my vision. They are all in when it comes to psychologically overcoming the self-imposed limitations that hair loss has put on us, right? We move forward, but so many, they struggle to move forward with us. And it's like for those of us, we're surrounded by these hair loss zombies. And what's interesting about all these hair loss zombies around us, most of the guys that they don't see our vision and they're saying, no girl wants to date me, no one wants to marry me, I can't get a good job, I can't run for president, I'm not good looking, I'm ugly, I don't even want to die if I'm losing my hair, I want a full head of hair in my casket or whatever. Those people are the zombies. And they're among us in the Brotherhood even. Some of them will never be able, we can never change some of them. Because what do I always say? Whatever you believe about hair loss is true in your own mind. And it's not Nick Shell's job to change your mind. I can speak truth, but your ability to interpret that as truth, that's up to you. I cannot control that. With that being said, though, doesn't it feel like, even as I'm just saying this, for those of you who are with me and on board with my message, that it feels like we're surrounded by all of these zombies, these men, many of them being young, many of them being in their teens and early 20s, who have more hair than I do. Maybe they're starting to experience Norwood 2, which I definitely had Norwood 2 going on at age 24. But so many guys have even told me that they haven't lost any hair. If anything, maybe they're Norwood 1, but they're still consumed and worried about hair loss. And the irony that so many of those guys always will be, even when they're older than me now, even when they're 40, if they're Norwood 2, they're still thinking, I hope I make it to 50. I hope I make it to 60. I hope that when I'm in my casket at age 87, that I still am only Norwood 2 and haven't lost more. So, isn't it like I'm describing a zombie right now? And so many people, that's their mindset. And I'm their leader, and they hear my truth, but what if I lose my hair by the time I'm 25? What if I lose my hair by the time I'm 30? What if no one marries me? What if I can't run for president? Like, doesn't it feel that way? So clearly, if you could have a vision, wouldn't you want to be wouldn't you be alive like me and not undead? Wouldn't you want to be alive? I'm alive. I'm accepting this as what it is and showing us what to focus on instead. Life. Instead of like, to me, it feels that way. But when it's all said and done, I'm not bothered by that fact. I accept that as your cult leader, that no matter how big this channel gets, even when we're at 10,000 subscribers, whenever that time comes, it's still going to be the same way. It's still going to be ultimately the minority of us who are truly with me in this vision, and the rest who is still distracted by all of these things that may never even come true. They may never happen. Worrying about something that hasn't happened yet and may never actually happen. So, yes, to go back to this comment, I think in its simplicity, it's 100% truth. Let me read it again. Vince Nicholas, quote, "This Nick Shell will be our leader during the zombie apocalypse." So I have so many names, but I guess we need to add a new one. Nick Shell is, quote, our leader during the zombie apocalypse. Guess what? The apocalypse has already begun.